Why, Stephanie, I hope that thing doesn't plan on crowing the whole way.
You're gonna have to mute me most of the time. Go chase those chickens. Chase.
Yeah.
Chicken hiccup for dinner.
I don't know if there's a way to.
You can mute me.
Okay.
Yeah. Deanna, you can mute me from your end, right?
Why, Stephanie, I hope that thing doesn't plan on crowing the whole way. Yeah,
You're gonna have to mute me most
yeah, I
of
can
the
mute
time.
you, but I can't unmute you. I have to ask you to unmute.
Go chase those
Weird.
chickens. Go chase them away. Chase.
Yeah.
Chicken hiccup for dinner. Oh.
So he did.
Yeah, they live there in the bushes, right? It's like Hilo has coqui frogs. We have chickens. I don't remember them doing that last time.
All right, and welcome everyone to our parent and family engagement webinar. Tonight we have some lovely ladies on our panel. Our moderator extraordinaire is Stephanie Ohigashi. Take it away, Steph.
Thank you so much, Deanna, tech person extraordinaire too, back at you. So aloha, and thank you for joining the University of Hawaii Maui College second webinar in the Parent and Family Engagement Series. I am Stephanie Ohigashi, staff member of the Office of Student Affairs, and I will serve as your moderator, and I will make some commentary. We are filming here from downtown Wailuku. It's very rural. We have chickens in the background. And I want to especially thank our sponsor, the Maui Coffee Addict. I want to show you my jumbo cup to keep me awake at night. And I want to thank John and Gwen Henry and their children, James, who was our tech assist, and Jessica, for their wonderful hospitality here. Today we had a little tech challenge and they stepped in to help, so a big mahalo. On to our special panelists tonight. You're right, Deanna, these ladies are amazing. You know, this particular webinar is focused on parent and family, but tonight's one is focused through community nonprofit engagement. And they're going to talk about their wonderful nonprofit organizations that support our youth and Maui Nui, to reach their full potential and achieve their dreams. So we're going to start now. It's my pleasure to introduce our panelists. Ms. Debbie Kabibi, CEO of the Maui Economic Opportunity, Ms. Courtney Ikawa, Maui Regional Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters, Ms. Kelly Malu Pearson, CEO of Boys and Girls Club of Maui, and Ms. Gail Murakami. She has a really long title. It's called Social Services Team Lead, and I hope she'll explain that to us, of the Liliuokalani Trust. Welcome, ladies, and thank you for accepting our invitation. It's dinner time. It's been a long day. I know you're hungry, want to see your family, your children, your husband. So I really thank you for sharing your time with us. Now we're going to call this first round Getting to Know You. So I'm going to ask you to share a little bit about your organization. And of course, don't be shy. talk about yourself and your own personal experience with UH Maui. So first up is Ms. Debbie Kabibi, CEO of the Maui Economic Opportunity. Maui Economic Opportunity's motto is helping people, changing lives. And they've been helping our communities since March 22, 1965. I remember 1965 very well. That's the year I graduated from high school. But anyway, Debbie, happy 56th anniversary to MEO. I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie, so much for this opportunity. As you said, MEO has been around for 56 years, and I've been very fortunate to be a part of the organization for 20 years. I actually just received my service award today during our staff meeting. So it's hard to believe this goes so quickly, but you know, MEO is part of a national community action partnership, and there are about 1,000 community action agencies across the nation, and we are the anti-poverty organization designated to serve Maui County. So there are 4 community action programs in Hawaii. One on Big Island, one on Oahu, one on Kauai, and then of course we serve Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. So we do have offices on all islands, and we do have a branch out in Hana. So we really try to make sure that we serve the whole community. We have about 45 different programs that we administer, and our Head Start program and our youth service program works often with UH Maui College. So we do from employment and training, we do kapuna programs, we say from cradle to grave pretty much. It's where our services touch. And then of course, recently during COVID, we were instrumental in partnering with the county to administer the Hawaii Emergency Laulima Partnership Program. And we helped about 12,500 families throughout Maui County with emergency assistance to provide rent and food and utility assistance and pay other necessary bills. So we're very proud to serve our community, and very fortunate to have so many great partners such as Kelly and Courtney and Gail, and you know, on and on and on. So thank you for the opportunity.
So any personal story you want to tell us about your experience with UH Maui College? Like, did you take a class?
Well, I have taken several classes, continuing education, and then I was UH Maui College actually hosted back in my human resource days workplace communication skills training that they launched, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the trainers that started the program, and we had to come back and teach classes at the college for community members that were interested, and then take that out. And that's still a program that's alive and well at MEO. In fact, I'm actually going to be dusting it off and reintroducing it to some of our newer staff, and that started at the college. So I really do appreciate that. And I received my SHRM certification. I took my prep classes at UH Maui College. So and that's the Society for Human Resource Management credential. So thank you.
Well, congratulations, Debbie. 20 years of service. Yeah, time just flew by, and everyone knows your organization had many community leaders like Joe Suki and Gladys Paisa. I remember my mother even did a Japanese dance fundraiser because she so loved Gladys and the things she did for the community. It's a wonderful organization. I have chicken skin thinking about all the things you do. Well, talking about family affair, next up is Courtney Kabibi Ikawa, Maui Regional Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Maui, which supports youth ages 6 to 16 years old who have faced adversity in their young lives and experienced the loss of a valuable connection. So passing the baton from mother to daughter is Courtney Kabibi Ikawa. Hello, Courtney.
Hi, thank you, Stephanie. So like you said, I'm Courtney. I'm with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Maui, and we're part of the statewide organization. So we're Big Brothers Big Sisters Hawaii. We have offices on Oahu and Kauai, and we work very closely with them. I've been with the organization for 7 years now. I started as our community-based case manager, and in 2018, I moved into this role. And now I get to do more fun things and support both our programs that we have. Um, we've been on island for 52 years, and so a lot of people know us as picking up your clothing donation, but we do much more than that. Actually, those donations go straight into our program and fund our one-to-one mentoring relationships. So, we believe every child has the potential that's just inherent in them, and our mentors are there to bring out and ignite that potential. So, they get together a couple times a month and do activities that they both enjoy and just kind of spend that one-to-one time together to talk story and just provide some guidance for them. And it's been especially critical during this time because of kind of the disconnection that we've all had with people. And so luckily they're able to do that, by being safe and following all the guidelines, wearing masks, and, just doing more outdoor activities. And kind of a unique thing to our Maui office is our mentoring center that's right in it's adjacent to our office in Wailuku, right in Halemakana. And so it is our hub and place that we do events at, and we support the Halemakana community in particular, but we also do one-to-one mentoring out of there as well. So traditionally in that program, we match elementary students with high school students, and they're in a one-to-one pairing. And since COVID, we've just been doing that virtually. So we've had all of our matches get on once a week, and then they split into their own Zoom rooms to do kind of get their one-on-one time together. And just this week we did a fun group activity. Just recently we did a family feud, and that was a lot of fun to actually be in a group setting. So yeah, that's a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters. I feel very fortunate to have landed with this organization because I've had so many mentors in my life. Growing up here on Maui, I've had many coaches, teachers, and my parents obviously have been really great mentors. So it's nice to be able to help other youth get that same kind of connection. And I guess my connection to the college, I did take a summer course when I was doing my undergraduate. I was actually away in Seattle doing my undergraduate, but I came home every summer. And so I did do a summer course there. And then I also did the UH Manoa Distance Education Program, my master's in social work. And so if we did have in-person classes, that was out of UH Maui College. So we got to use their classroom space and do those courses. So yeah, and thanks for having me here.
Oh, you're welcome, Courtney. Thank you so much. For 7 years, I'm very, very impressed. If you're anything like your mother, you'll be celebrating your 20th anniversary at Big Brothers Big Sisters too. I love the clothing giveaway. Thank you so much for doing that program. So I'm going to introduce our next panelist, very big supporter of UH Maui College. He's even in one of our marketing videos, Ms. Kelly Malua Pearson of the Boys and Girls Club of Maui. Boys and Girls Club, his mission is to inspire and enable all young people, especially those who need us most. That's what it says on their website. I love that. To realize their full potential and to become productive, responsible, and caring citizens. That's a very important aspect. Kelly, welcome.
Thank you, Stephanie, and aloha, everybody. It's great to be here. Good to see my colleagues, Debbie, Courtney, and Gail. But thank you for inviting us, Stephanie. It's great when we have this opportunity to share with the community what we do. Boys and Girls Clubs of Maui, we're actually we celebrated our 20th anniversary in 2020. But we all know that wasn't that great a year to celebrate. So we're kind of still celebrating, and we're just saying that we've been in existence for 20 years, and we'll probably continue the next 10 years celebrating our existence. So, but we operate 8 sites here in Maui. We are a part of the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. But here in Hawaii, in the state of Hawaii, there's 3 organizations. There's the Boys and Girls Clubs of Maui, us, Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Island, and Boys and Girls Clubs of Hawaii, who runs Oahu and Kauai. So here on our island, in our 8 sites, we have, as far as our 8 sites, we have 2 school campuses, one at Kihei Elementary and one at Lokelani Intermediate School. In Central Maui, we have our Central Maui Clubhouse, which is on Kanaloa. We run a club in Okukalo and one up at Kahikili Terrace. Then we have clubs in Lahaina, Haiku, and Makuau. And thanks to MEO, who brings our kids to the clubs after school and picks them up after school. The kids get to go home. So our membership is normally $5 a year. Since the pandemic, of course, we've waived all of it. Prior to pandemic, we would have hundreds of kids walking in our doors after school. And now, because of the pandemic, we're doing it on reservations only. So the numbers are a little smaller, but we're still doing it. We are in person. We opened up July 1, so all of our clubs are in person. And normally our hours would be 2:30 to 7 after school. But because of the pandemic, we're open Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So again, it's reservations only. So, and we believe in what we call informal guidance. So we're hoping to teach kids life skills. Every day they come to the club, we focus on character and leadership development, healthy lifestyles, but we try to do it in a fun way. Because you gotta imagine the kids just came from school and they don't need any more classroom settings or lectures, so we try to do it for them. So it's a great organization. For us, I think for as long as I've been with the organization, UHMC has always been available to support our young people, whether it's to reach out to us with programs for our youth members or allowing our teenagers to go on campus for tours, which is huge. They're still in high school, but to get to see our local campus is really important. And even allowing our organization to use some of the rooms for staff retreats. I think that's huge too as well. I remember when Upward Bound was being conducted on the college campus. We had some of our kids who would go part-time during the week to Upward Bound and then come to our clubs the other part of the week. And I remember the high school kids being very excited because that was their only reason to be on campus. And when you're in high school and you get to go to the college campus, that's a great thing. That's cool, So a lot of our kids enjoyed Upward Bound. And our staff and members also participate in the annual Keiki Fest, which is held on the campus. And our kids run the activity zone, the Keiki zone. And everybody knows annual Keiki Fest is sponsored by County of Maui and Kiwani. So that's also very huge. So there's been a lot of contact, being that UHMC is really our neighbors. You can actually walk to the campus from our central clubhouse. It's been great having them as partners. As far as personal, I'm actually from Hilo, so I don't think I took a class from UHMC, but I did get my master's from UH Manoa Scheidler. And we had classes at the college. I remember walking in thinking, boy, I'm way older than these kids here. But I had classes there at the campus. And so again, if we didn't have that campus there, it would be hard to get a degree remotely when you're trying to get a degree from UH Manoa. So thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Wow, I didn't know. So both Courtney and Kelly used our distance education center, University Center, to get your advanced degrees. Congratulations. And I'm glad UH Maui has so many connections to all of you. It must make our audience feel really great that we're a kaleidoscope of services together. Thank you so much, Kelly. So Ms. Gail Murakami from Liliuokalani Trust, the trust fulfilling the Queen's mission, Queen Liliuokalani wanted to provide opportunities and support for Native Hawaiian children to realize their full potential. So welcome, Gail.
Thank you, Stephanie. Aloha, everyone. So I'll start off with just kind of sharing a little bit about Liliuokalani Trust. So the trust was created in 1909 when the Queen completed a deed of trust specifying her assets were to be used for the benefit of children of Aboriginal ancestry or Hawaiian blood, and that at that time she had indicated orphans. The deed of trust was amended in 1911 to include other destitute children. Most people across the state and on Maui know us as Queen Liliuokalani Children's Center, but in roughly 2015, 2016, the trustees decided, well, we went through an organizational change. Trustees decided to go back to what the name had originally been that the Queen had wanted, which was Liliuokalani Trust. So we are known now as LT instead of QLCC. But we, like I said, in 2015, we started going through a change. We provide what we call Kamali'i and Ohana services, which is basically counseling services. Eligibility for our services is a Native Hawaiian child as verified by birth certificate. Child has, and we're servicing currently 0 to 26 years of age, but it depends on the program. With our counseling program, we work with different issues of trauma, child behavior, parent-child conflict. We've also assisted families with legal services to help establish permanency. One of the additions that came on in 2015, 2016 is that we have a youth development program, and that program has been growing, and it's to provide opportunities to our youth to be able to kind of find their passion, be able to be exposed to different programs. So our youth development program has been offering arts and craft, wellness programs, music, animation, dance. Currently, we're doing everything virtually. The plan is that we are going to reopen, hopefully as of June 1st, and slowly move back into in-person. It hasn't been a challenge doing counseling virtually, but our staff has adapted really well. They've learned Zoom, they've learned Flipgrid, they've learned whiteboards, and some of the families have definitely gotten into it. I think also going virtually, what has been amazing is it's allowed us to expand our services statewide. So we actually are offering some statewide programs. One of the social service groups that we are offering right now is a Ho'opono program. So it is not a Ho'oponopono program. It is an offshoot of that was developed by Uncle Likiki and Auntie Lynette Pagunamwan. We're affiliated with the School of Social Work at UH Manoa for years. So we are offering that. And we look forward to continuing our services. We are really looking at, before I forget, we also expanded services to early childhood. So we have a partnership here in Maui with Keiki Ka'aina. We are in the process of developing on Oahu a early childhood development site that will be based in Lehano. Another thing that's going to be opening up for us is a program called LT Ranch, and it's going to be in Waimea on Hawaii Island, and it's going to be based on spending time, so equine therapy along with other animals. Here on Maui, our main office is located in Wilipa Loop. As I tell everybody, we're down the street from Sam Sato's. But across the street from us is one of our Olino regional centers. Sad part is we did our rededication in February and then everything shut down. But it has a maker space, it has a dance studio, it has a music studio. We are in the process of hopefully renovating our site in Lahaina. which is Lahaina, Luna, and Waine, and our site in Pukalani. And we do have a satellite in Hana. We are statewide, so we have Kipuka on every island, 2 on Hawaii Island, 2 on Oahu, Maui, Molokai. Lanai does not have staffing, but we do have an office site there, and we're providing programs, and Kauai. So my relationship with UH Maui College, we have done so many collaborations with the different Hawaiian programs there, and we go back quite a bit. I've also enjoyed the distance learning in the sense that it's opened up doors for social workers to get their master's degrees, and we have been a site for practicum placements for internships. So that's been wonderful. And personally, I just enjoy taking some of the continuing ed classes. So thank you.
Thank you, Gail. This is the first time I've met you, and you're so gracious when I just called you and said, hey, you can be on this webinar. And you said yes. So thank you so much. It's not me, it's UH Maui College, who is our only community college here since the 1950s, when it was called Maui Technical School. I remember it offered, typing and shorthand and automotive repair. And now it's gone out to be a community college offering 4-year degrees and distance learning. So we've really grown over that time, and we're going to go even further with your help and partnership. So thank you so much. Yeah. I'm going to start with the very first question, and there's only 2 questions, so don't get scared. But anyway, the first question is, how does your organization work with parents or grandparents or, the people who are the caregivers to support their children in your program? I mean, or their grandchildren's dreams of higher education of college. So we're going to go in a different order now, and I'm going to start with Courtney. And Courtney, please share anything about your organization and any further information that's coming up, outside of this format. Courtney?
Great, thanks. So I think one of the unique things to our program is the support that we provide. So once we match a big, that's a volunteer, a mentor with a child, they receive ongoing support from one of our case managers. And so we're calling on a monthly or a quarterly basis, depending on how long they've been with the organization. So definitely in the first year, they're getting monthly phone calls to make sure that they are, first of all, happy in the relationship and things are going well, and communication is clear and things like that. But then that's also a time that the parent can speak to the case manager about their specific needs. And so we've been able to really provide kind of wraparound services and refer them to different resources in the community, get them necessities that they might need, just like household items. And then also specifically right now during COVID, we've been able, with the help of one of our board members, receive food boxes. So that's also a partnership with Citizen Church and the Maui Food Bank. So we've been receiving boxes every week since mid-May. And those are specific to our families, and that includes our waitlist families as well. If they don't have a mentor quite yet, they're also receiving those services. So that's just like one example of like a specific thing that we've been able to do in addition to the mentoring service during this time.
Wow, that's a handful. During this time is where it counts, because we're not able to fend for ourselves, especially those who've been affected by, their unemployment status or whatever. So all these things really help to boost and strengthen families, and families are the backbone of our community. Thank you so much. Next we have Kelly.
So our organization, our clubs, I'd like to say that our staff and especially our club directors and our program directors at each of our 8 sites have these special relationships with the family. So what we do is the kids come over to the club, they're done with school, and pre-pandemic, we'd have a lot of kids. And I think the important part is the communication part. So my staff takes a lot of time, especially working one-on-one, if you have 80 to 100 kids in a clubhouse, I think it's important to have that open communication with parents to let them know the things that the kids need help with, whether it's academics, whether it's behaviors, whether it's just attention and they need that special attention. And even the great stuff that the kids do, recognizing them for their achievements. So the communication between our staff and the parents is key, is making sure the parents know what's happening with their kids when they're not at home. So, and we're that intermediary between school and home. We're that place that they go right between when they leave school, come to the club and then go home. So I think that's key. Some of our clubs have family nights where the staff will put out their artwork, some of the things they do on the computer, their STEM projects, whatever, or even do ukulele for music. Of course, this is all pre-COVID, and the parents would come and have some dinner. The club staff would make sure there was dinner, and so it was like a family night. I think our connection with UHMC. In the past years, we've participated in the college's campus career fairs. And that was important because we hosted informational tables at these campus career fairs, and we provided job opportunities for UH students to come and work at our Boys and Girls Clubs. And right there on spot, they could provide their resumes and they would get interviewed later at some later time. So I think that partnership with the Career Center, and we know that all of these organizations that's here tonight, if you provide services for the youth, you definitely providing services for the parents. Might be working directly with the kids, but we're helping the parents out. So the other thing too is that a lot of our parents may not have the time to work with especially our older kids who are now looking what's going to happen after high school. So the college has a program that supports our high school seniors. And in the past years, helped them, connected them to the colleges. And they've actually helped our members work on their FAFSA and scholarship application. And again, that's a big help to parents. And the good part is that I remember some of our activities where parents also got involved and learned how to work on the FAFSA. Just one more thing, as far as our virtual program and getting family parents involved, I remember we were running some, and we still do run virtual programs, and we were running a Bridge to Math program. And so the youth member was on the camera, but when my staff looked behind, the whole family, mom, dad, and siblings were sitting on the couch listening to the math problem. And I think they learned how to figure out that a fun way to figure out math. So I think we do everything we can, and virtual makes it easier for the families to be involved too. So thanks, Stephanie.
Kelly, you brought up a really good aspect of the virtual world, is that before it was a one-on-one and families didn't see what was going on, but now they can see. And I love when families come to the campus for our career fairs or our, job fairs, and they go, I think I'm going to take one class too. Or, I like this place over here. They never stepped foot on the campus before, but all of a sudden it became something that they want to do. So families are really important to us at UH Maui College, and that's why your sharing tonight is so valuable for us to hear. So I'd like to turn it over to Gail again.
So I'll share that, we have tapped into many of the programs at UH Maui College to meet with we either do direct referrals, we've used Education Opportunity Center, Pai Kamana, Mo'ae, Kuina, we referred our seniors, but we also, because we work with the family, we have had many parents, especially moms, who've decided that they want to go back to school and work on their either start on a degree or complete a degree. So that has been helpful that we've been able to make those referrals. It's convenient for them. And even I'll share that our youth development program, our lead there actually worked with Chef Dean Louis and took a group of our Kamali'i and had cooking classes. They had a blast, and they learned a lot and were exposed to different types of food. So, that's been a wonderful opportunity to be able to, as we said, we're trying to expose the youth to other opportunities. And so being able to work with, I think it was Nicolette, and then with Chef Dean, it was wonderful. The kids actually still talk about it and would love to do it again. So I'll just say that working with the university for us, it just allows many of our families to look at continuing their education or at least doing it. Many of them financially struggle, and we are able to say, no, but you can go to school here. You can go get your degree. And I think that's been important. And by the way, Stephanie, I'll just say I loved all those courses that came out through Workforce Development of a couple months back, because we sent that out to all of our families and, said, hey, these are courses that they're free. You can get training, you can learn skills. And then I just want to add on for our Molokai Youth Development Program. They are currently working with the Molokai UH Maui site. And it is on, I believe, our Mohala program, which is working on post-high school. And they have a wonderful relationship with the staff there. So thank you.
Well, I thought I could only get chicken skin once a night, but I just really feel excited when you talk about the food innovation, the culinary program, and Chef Dean Louis. He's full of ideas to make it fun for kids. And I'm really glad that all three organizations have such a great positive relationship with UH Maui College. And so I'm going to call on Debbie Kabibi last for the first question.
Forgot I had to unmute. We have a Head Start preschool program, and we serve 219 youth on Maui Island and on Molokai. And one of our centers is on UH Maui College, and that was an intentional partnership that was started many years ago to provide education opportunities, of course, for young children, but also so that the students that are working, that have children, would have a safe place for their children to go. And Head Start is really believes in it's supporting the entire family. So when a family is enrolled, or a child is enrolled in Head Start, they're also assigned a family case manager, and the family case manager creates a family partnership agreement with the family. And there are goals in that agreement that the parents have agreed that they're going to meet. And most often there are education goals in there for the parents as well, because they want to be good role models for their children. Our campus, our center on campus is a teaching lab as well. So we do have students coming in and observing our staff in the course of their duties, and that helps them with their education. And then many of them have actually ended up getting hired by Head Start and work for us today. So I think that it's very powerful. And then also in our youth services program, we also have a family strengthening component. And, like Kelly said, you can't serve youth or children without serving the family, because the family is key. And of course, many times it's, grandma, grandpa raising children. So we make sure that it is inclusive. We don't necessarily call it parent. involvement. We focus on, whoever that role model is or that caregiver is in that family. For our youth services, we host many family strengthening events. In fact, the other night we just did a family game night, and it was virtual, and everybody participated. And at the end, the people that won, they got board games. And so we delivered those to them so that they could then enjoy and continue to do those family activities. Our youth program is evidence-based program. So we do teach prevention classes in the school, and then we do after school activities with them. And we do also participate in college fairs. We also participate in when you folks are, offering career opportunities, and we do recruit from the college, as much as we possibly can. So, it takes a village.
It sure does. Thank you so much. And I'm sure Julie Patel is listening earnestly and planning the next college and jobs fair to invite you all. So that was really great. So the second and final question, and maybe you can give us your top 3 answers, is why UH Maui College? And I'll start with Kelly. Bringing Ms. Kelly Pearson back.
Thank you. Okay, why UH Maui? In my 2 decades, in the 2 decades I've been with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Maui, I am aware of a lot of kids, young people, who are not ready to move away from their families. So, and I'm sure there's just as many who want to go away to college, but I do know, and when you're a senior and you're not sure what you're going to do and what you want to do, and a lot of our young people are still figuring it out when they become seniors. When they graduate from high school, I think the college is the perfect place to take your first college step. It's still close to home, still close to the parents, and they can still do it. And if they decide to, expand later, I think it's good. I think, and the college does definitely provide a wide variety of career opportunities, and that's important. Because let's face it, not all of our kids want to do book work. So by providing all of these different career opportunities, a lot of them want to work with their hands. So if they can stay close to home, and that only means that we get the kids come back and they turn around and be productive and contributing citizens in our community. So if we can try to work it out and try to keep our kids here, our young people here, make it affordable, for everybody to live here and stay here, I think, we'll definitely have a bright future. But again, I think it's staying close to home, being with their families, and still getting their college education. That might have been more than 3. I'm sorry.
No, I think you said close to home, close to family, lots of career choices, and affordable. I give you 1 extra. So, Gail.
I was going to say that I echo what Kelly said, very, very honestly, because of the fact that, essentially located, it's easy access. I know that even when we work with a lot of our youth, some are not ready to leave, and, they have challenges. And so being able to say, hey, you can start at UHMC. And the other thing is that, the variety of programs. So we've had youth that have gone into auto mechanics, into culinary, carpentry, but then also decide they're going to work on their associate's degree and go for their bachelor's and their master's. And now that those options are available, so they don't even have to leave if they don't need to. So, and especially when you're a single parent too, I think that's just a wonderful option. So I'm echoing Kelly, but yeah, I think it's just the university and Maui College has just grown and it has expanded, so it is able to meet the needs of such a wide range of the youth and the adults.
Thank you so much. Yes, you're so correct about all of these things. And I'm going to have to add a few things of my own at the end. can't help it, I'm so proud of the school. But Debbie Kabibi.
Well, I think they've, both ladies have said quite a bit, but I would have to say the quality of the opportunities that are offered there. You know, the nursing school has a tremendous reputation, as well as the culinary program. I know our head mechanic is a UH Maui College, well as UHMC graduate in auto mechanics, and he's a master mechanic now. And he attributes his success to his time at UH Maui College. And of course, the early childhood education program, I think it's an exceptional program. We have so many educators that come out of there. And what I think is really great too is now there's so many opportunities not only to start out there, but to go on and even get a master's program because of the distance learning opportunities that are provided and hosted at UH Maui College. So it's so great to have such a strong secondary education opportunity in our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Courtney?
I think I'll just be kind of echoing some of the other comments that were made. But I think it's great to stay here on island because of the connections that you're going to make. We actually work very closely with the Department of Human Services program at Maui College, and we take in a lot of those interns getting their associates. And so it's so great when you can do your internship and field work in the place that you want to work eventually, because it is harder when you go away, and then to reconnect with people here to, get a place of work. So I think that's one great thing is the connections that you can build while you're in school, because it's so important. I wish I knew that sooner, was to get those internships while you're in school, so when you get out it's so much easier. So that would be one. And then I think if in particular at Big Brothers Big Sisters, we're able to offer specific scholarships to youth, whether they're high school volunteers or they're a participant in our program a little. And so those scholarships are very specific to the Maui or the UH system. And so as long as they're going to any college in Hawaii and they qualify, and we open that up to former participants too. So even though you graduate from our program, you can still continue to apply with us. And we've been able to send one student all the way through 4 years full ride. So there is support out there.
Well, thank you so much for all that support and scholarships and working together. For Maui College, we have evolved right now. There's some things going on that the public may not know. We have an esports arena being built out. And how a lot of kids are into gaming, and it's for scholarships. So there's no negative ring to esports. It's a thing that a lot of colleges across the US and Asia are into now. So we have esports at UH Maui College, as well as the very popular culinary and nursing and dental and automotive. We have creative arts, media, anime, gaming, cybersecurity, sustainability. There's so much as we move forward into the future. Our students have to be prepared to be part of a global society. And I think UH Maui College is preparing them by offering study abroad programs to the Philippines, China, Korea, Japan, Prague, Scotland. And even though our students stay home and they are close to the family, it's affordable tuition, they still can get a touch of going away, maybe for a semester, maybe for a school year. So I hope the public will, take another look at UH Maui College, take a look at these wonderful organizations that support our youth, and by providing support services, enrichment, mentoring. The 4 ladies that you heard from tonight, Debbie, Courtney, Kelly, and Gail, they're shining examples of what's going on behind the scenes to strengthen our community. So I thank you on behalf of UH Maui College. I thank you on behalf of Vice Chancellor Deborah Nakama, who's watching tonight. I thank you for Deanna, who's puts up with my tech nonsense. And thank you for all the people out there who support UH Maui College. I did want to say that I have the phone numbers for all of you, but you probably can't read it. So I will tell you how to get in touch with MEO. It's 249-2990. Boys and Girls Club is 242-4363. Big Brothers Big Sisters is 442-7891. And Lilio Bloody Trust at 242-8888. But all of you, if you want to revisit this webinar, it will be on the UHR website, and you can tune in by going to maui.hawaii.edu or calling our hotline at 984-3700. You can always find a friendly voice at the end of the phone to talk to you about your desire to go to UH Maui College, or just explore a career path, or even just come down and look around, go to our bookstore. So I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, sharing your mana'o, and please continue to support UH Maui College. We'll be contacting you for our next round of events, career days, and maybe we'll all cook together. So from downtown Wailuku, the chickens have quieted down, and I had only a little bit of this wonderful yuzu lemon tea from Maui Coffee Addict. Thank you to our sponsors, and we'll see you at the next webinar. Aloha. What did I do? You know, your friends, they kept chatting.